I've been playing with my brassicas this morning because I spotted a bit of sun damage. So I've got some sun damage here that has now developed into this kind of fungal rot. It's a good example of that. And there's another one on the back of this one, as you can see. I'm assuming that is what it is. I'm no expert, but it looks like a bit of sun damage and fungal rot because I put my beautiful brassicas in direct sunlight and a south-facing windowsill. And I've removed a couple of pseudo bulbs that looked suspicious. It's mixed reviews on whether you should remove them, but if you do get rot in pseudo bulbs, it's my experience that they do spread. So here's one example. Here's the other one. Felt a bit bad removing this one actually. It's got quite a healthy root system. But again, it's got a bit of rot on there. I think one of the problems with this plant was I had it potted quite high. So I had all this compost potted up to kind of this level. And I don't think there's enough airflow into the crown of the plant. And I think I might have overwatered it. So normally when you get this crinkly leaf kind of stuff, it's a sign of underwatering. But I think in this case I overwatered. But I've given her a good tidy up now. I'm going to pot her on in some fresh compost, same pot, but I'll wash that out. Obviously got a bit wet there, as you can tell. But it has got this beautiful flower spike coming, so that should pick it up a little bit. So there you go. To just discard stuff that's got life in it, and yes, I've removed this from the plant because it's damaged, but it's got roots and it's got a sign of new life. And I don't feel it's my right to just bin it while it's trying. So I've given it a wash off. I'm going to give it dry. I'm going to give it a cinnamoning. Tempted to cut this out. And then I'm going to stick it in a pot because it's a shot to nothing. And it might grow and it wants to, and it's not my choice to just discard it and throw it away. I'm just potting on this gorgeous brassica. It's got a few issues, so I think I overfed it. I think I put it in too much sunlight, so I'm going to do a little bit of pruning in a second. I had it potted on in vermiculite, which was not a good move. So lots of mistakes here, but the poor thing is still showing some really nice new growth, actually some quite crinkled new growth at the back, but it's given it a try. So I'm repotting it on into some proper orchid compost. But as you can see, it's not the most stable because it's not got the best root system. And it's so tempting to kind of get in there and squish that compost down on the roots. I tend to not do that until they get established because I don't want to damage the roots in any way. So I often use little pebbles like this. This is a bit of rose quartz. So I just prop the plant up so it's stable for maybe a couple of weeks. There's a pebble here. Quite like to use pebbles because it's kind of pretty. Just gently, not to kind of touch it any. There's still some movement between those, just to give it a bit of support until it's caught on its own root. Its roots have stabilised.